Welcome back to the Daily Mastermind. George Wright III here with your daily dose of inspiration, motivation, and education. I'm so glad you're here. It's Monday morning, and I hope you're getting a chance to listen to this because I've got some great stuff I want to talk to you about today. But before we get started, the quote of the day today is by Tracy Schmidt, and it's "Stand up tall, scared or not." That's such a great piece of advice. It doesn't matter what your what your confidence level is, what you're trying to accomplish. Just stand up tall. Your physical presence is absolutely going to make a difference every single day in what you're working on. So, last few weeks we've been going through that Creating Your Ultimate Destiny program by Robert Stuberg, and we've covered some really, really great content. So I encourage you to go back and listen to it if you haven't. Every Monday for the last, I guess it's been 10 weeks now, we've covered your beliefs, your decisions, your actions, your identity, your education, your focus, your unique talent, your feelings and emotions. And last week we talked about your resolve and overcoming adversity. So go back and go through that because today we're going to be talking about the power of influence and the relationships around you that create your destiny. And, look, you've obviously heard me say many, many times that your network is your net worth. But I'd like to take a little bit different angle on that today. And this particular lesson, this is the 11th lesson, it talks a little bit more about your personal relationships and how they affect you and how they're going to influence your life, your results, your destiny. So I don't talk a lot about these relationships and the people in your life, but this particular lesson goes through and talks about how they have such a significant impact on your life. Robert talks about the Heisenberg uncertainty principle. This is an actual scientific principle that states the mere act of observing something can influence the thing that's being observed. I don't know if you've ever heard about that before, but it's called the Heisenberg uncertainty principle, and it really operates at a subatomic level. And everything in the world is made up of matter and atoms. And just the mere act of observing something can influence and change what's being observed. And so this theory really explains from a scientific level how influence can affect you and how we can affect our environment. Even if you don't realize it, even if you don't understand why or how it works, it's like those universal principles. You don't have to understand how gravity works, but it does. And the reason he brings this up is because there's an even more critical factor to understand, and that's the effect that others have on us and our environment. What's the effect that other people have on our lives, our results in our life? Because the people in your life can have a major influence on you, and sometimes we don't give it enough focus, but this influence can be both positive and negative. And it's very, very important to be, to understand and be specific with the intent you have with the relationships in your life. So let's take these negative influences, the negative people in your life. Negative, and they may not even be perceived as negative influences, but people in your life that weaken your energy or your resolve, or people that steal your confidence, or people that make you feel inferior or not at the same level. They're negative influences. They're going to cause negative emotions and feelings. They're going to hold you back, hold you down. See, most people in life, they want to hold you back. Most people are jealous of your success. Most people want to be better than you. And so it's very, very important that you avoid and eliminate these types of people in your life. Now, I want to make a little comment here because sometimes, we've been told to eliminate the negative people in our life, but sometimes the most negative people are the ones closest to us. And it's important to understand and have empathy and understanding that people in our life can love us so much that they don't see, they're too close to us, right? That they don't see our best interests. They think they have our best interests at heart. So sometimes these people are so close that they don't understand our true desires and goals. And it's important to recognize those as well. And, there are some people that you don't want to or you can't cut out of your life, but they're individuals that you need to put some distance between, especially when you're focused and striving and trying hard to focus on, creating certain goals and benchmarks and milestones in your life. So it's important to understand that you've got to identify these negative influences and do your best to isolate yourself from them. Now, positive influences. What can we do with positive influences? Well, look, the people that are positive in your life are the ones that are going to inspire and motivate you, the ones that are going to increase your confidence, your discipline, your creativity, and your drive. They're the people that support you, and they encourage you to focus on your goals and your desires and your dreams. They're the ones that you want to have around you, and they're the ones that are going to help to influence your growth. And, so a note that I want to make on this is that you can surround yourself with these influences regardless of the environment you're in. See, a lot of us say, well, we don't have a lot of positive people in our life, or we're not around a lot of people. You need to understand that now more than ever, with the power of the internet, resources for positivity are at your fingertips. Resources that can help influence and inspire you and increase your creativity, your confidence, your discipline, they're right at your fingertips. So when I say positive people, positive influences, I'm referring to individuals that maybe on podcasts, maybe in a mastermind group, maybe in your environment where you work. But the key is to really identify what influences are helping you and which ones aren't helping you, because the power of influence is huge. And most of the time, it's subconscious. Most of the time, we're being influenced whether we realize it or not. And this is why our prosperity principle number 4 is surround yourself, or I surround myself with positive people. So anyway, my advice for you is to be very intentional with the influences that you have in your life. Take a minute and I want you to do a little exercise this week. And you can do it right after listening to this, or find some time that you can take a few minutes and do it. But I want you to list out the top 20 people, positive or negative, just the top 20 people that you come in contact with every single day and during the week. Who are the 20 people that you come in contact with? Then I want you to rate them positive or negative, or on a scale of positivity or negativity. Because the only way you're going to identify the people that are influencing you, whether you're conscious of it or not, is to list these individuals and put some thought into what they're doing in your life. Then what I want you to do after that is I want you to list a few ways that you can open up to more positive people and influences in your life. What can you do? Listen to more podcasts, get in a mastermind group, form a mastermind of your own, get a mentor, get a coach, get an accountability partner. There are a lot of different ways, but I want you to find and list a couple of ways that can work for you. And if you'll do that, I can promise you that this principle can accelerate you to higher highs and even better achievements in your life and results than where you're at so far. Just apply this principle. That's my hope for you. So thanks for listening today. Do me a favor, if you haven't already, hit subscribe on the podcast and share it with someone so that you can help us to be able to increase our following for the podcast. I really look forward to talking with you next week to finish up this whole topic of creating your ultimate destiny from Robert Stuberg when we go over the 12th and final week, the 12th final principle. Oh, also, if you haven't gone to jointheevolution.com, you can go there and get a copy of the free book, Creating Your Ultimate Destiny, at least while the supplies last. I don't know how long those are going to last, but go to that, and I'll pay for if you'll pay for the shipping, I'll pay for the book, and we'll get that out to you as well as the course. Anyway, that's my message for today. I hope you have an amazing week. I look forward to talking with you more tomorrow. This has been the Daily Mastermind. Talk with you soon.